Hi, I'm Sailor Moon, and I'm Tuxedo Mask, and today we're going to make a movie, and you might understand it, you might not understand it. Well, we happen to be friends with Cameron Kuska, better known as Gabriel, and Xena Pappas Kuska, and right now they're going through, wow, a bad moment, guess you say a hang up, a downside, a bind. And we just want to say we hope our friends, work it out. You know, wedlock, for those who are in it, it's not always going to be a good thing. There's going to be the good moment, good times, and the bad times. Now, that's not the point of the movie, but I just want to get that out there. The point, the the grounds or the why or the sake of this movie is that never ever be in the hang up, downside, or bind where you have to use sticky stuff or over sticky stuff. Because apparently there's a limit. So last week Jordan has Pegasus in her movie. Well, in her film. And when she puts it back, he has to knock me down. Why? I don't know. He just does. And that makes one of my balls knock off. And you would think, oh well, no hang up, no downside, no bind. Just put some glue on it and it will work. Well, let's just say the sticky stuff made you have to fight for it. Apparently, it almost took a whole hour after Jordan's movie, well, close to a whole hour, just to get it to want to stick somewhere. Because no matter where we put it, it just did not want to stay. It did not want to be. And this is not the first time this has happened to me. And this is certainly not the number. This is not 1, 2, or 3, but I would probably say, at least maybe the track 5 time this has happened to me. Now, some out there might say, well, some would say, well, it has its limits. Okay, yeah, I get it, Tuxedo Math says. If you're gonna, I get it. I'm suppose the sticky stuff has its limits, but this is not, there's been many times where this has happened. And why? Who knows? You could say, well, you could say sticky stuff eventually stops being sticky. Okay, yeah, we'll give that to you. Because that probably does happen. But mistakes happen. And it's almost like it's handicapping you for making that mistake. So this is not the Okay, sad about that one. This is not the only time that has happened to her. There have been many other times where it's happened to her. And we had a fight to get it just to, stay, just to be, just to keep. So it is what it is. And this is the same sticky stuff that our friend Xena Pappas Kuska uses on her things when her things start coming off. And you might think, well, it's just where you're putting it. It's like some might say it was never meant, to be used to be worked with that way. Well, I don't know. Well, you're right, Tuxedo Mask. As it goes, you might think, no, why would we make a movie talking about this? Because we did. And when we made a movie saying, oh, the sticky stuff stopped working last year, you would think, okay, you would think we made a movie like that last year. Someone claimed, oh, is it someone? No, it's not someone, it's something. So never gonna put ourselves in that hang up, downside, or bind again. You know how many times we had to fight over every time it happened just to get it to be on? Many times. You know. And you might say, why do I even do that? Well, there used to be rubber bands that someone at Irwin had put in a long time ago. And those broke off a long time ago too. Okay? So it is what it is. You know. And that's really what I want to talk about, is that hang up, that downside, that bind, that happens. So anyway, as Sailor Moon put it, yeah, that happened again. You may have it happen more than once, and last week it did. So that's why we're talking about this. We thought it had to be something to talk about. But it looks like it is something we had to talk about. And we can't really, talk about anything else. So yeah. That happened, and we're not gonna let that happen again. I know we probably said that every time it's happened, but it is what it is. So that's it. I'm Sailor Moon, I'm Tuxedo Mask. We'll see you later.